So let's talk about a bit about the strategies. Obviously, we cannot go so deep into every strategy. For this, I recommend you guys to get a copy of the book, put the link in the description. But in my opinion, and of course, also in your opinion, is old school MLM is dead. And I think not just the traditional way offline, because obviously you need to approach cold strangers, you need to push people, and most of the people don't like to do that. But also, if you transfer this approach online, it's actually the same. If you try to just add people randomly and spam people in groups with your opportunity link and your company's videos, that also doesn't work. You need the right strategy to attract people to you, so you are in charge of the conversation and they reach out to you, so they actually want to know more. So what are some of the strategies, and how old school strategy, even online, differ from attraction marketing strategies?
Yeah, it's such a great question. Now, so, attraction marketing, is primarily based on four pillars, or you can say four ideas or four skills. I don't want to be cheesy because everybody has a pill. My strategy involves three pillars, or my strategy involves three steps, or it all. But fundamentally there's four skills that we teach, and then obviously in each of those skills you can go deep and get really good and do those skills in different ways. But the first skill that we teach our students is how to attract. And attraction, as opposed to prospecting, is very different. When you're prospecting, again, that's a sales strategy. You're approaching people, you're trying to get their interest and pique their interest and use some sort of sales techniques to catch their attention. You're going after people, and let's say you meet somebody, well, then you got to follow up and get, see if you can have the conversation lead to you talking about the business. So prospecting, the way it's taught traditionally, is a very inauthentic and deceptive way of connecting with people. And so, so that's the thing that we don't want to do. We don't want to do something that is inauthentic, that is basically us, hiding our agenda when we're talking to somebody. Attraction is very different, because in marketing, what we first do is we help people define their target market. Like, what's the type of person, or whom do you want to attract? Whom do you want on your team? And we take our students through an exercise where they define very clearly and very specifically the types of people they want on their team. And people will hear that and think they know what I'm talking about. I was like, well, I want go-getters and I want people who are motivated. And no, that's not what I'm talking about. And I don't have the time to go into how to do that. But when we help people figure out who their target market is, who are the type of people that they want to have on their team, well, when they start doing things on social media, when they start interacting, creating content, there's lots of ways of putting content out there. You're a master at creating YouTube videos like this one, that finds people and, literally attracts people to you. Well, when you create content with a target market in mind, with the type of person you want to attract, well, when people watch that content, when they see you interacting on social media, when they see you active on social media, but your messaging is specifically for the type of person you want to attract, then those people are drawn, because those people tell themselves, oh, wow, that's exactly what I was looking for. I was like, oh man, he's talking about the same problem I'm dealing with. Or it's like, oh wow, I'm so glad I found this guy, because it's like he's talking about the things I care about. So that is attraction. It's involuntary. You don't have to convince anybody to be attracted to you. People are just attracted to you. Attraction is involuntary, and it's because they see you as somebody that potentially might be able to help them with something. So the next skill we teach our students is influence. Influence is how you take that relationship, once you've attracted somebody, to that next level. How you take somebody from like, I think this might be a person that can help me. How you take them from there to, wow, this guy or this gal is awesome. Like, I've learned so much already. Like, clearly this person is here to serve. They're not here to just, take. In fact, I love tuning in to everything they post, every video they post. every email they send, like I can't wait to receive the next one. That's where you want to take somebody. Sometimes like in between, it's like you have casual fans, and that's cool too. You're gonna have people at every levels where people that are somewhat interested, very interested, highly interested, and like super fans who like can't wait for your next piece of content. But the point is, all those people are interested, and what happens there is you've created influence. What does influence mean? There's a term, a word that is synonymous with influence. That word is leadership. But then again, what is leadership? Everyone kind of defines leadership a little different. I want to define leadership in a very simple way. Leadership, you show people that you can help people by actually helping them. That's leadership. If you can show people that you can help them by actually helping them, then you've demonstrated yourself to be a leader, and therefore you have influence. And so that's really all you're trying to do when you're on social media using attraction marketing, is you're trying to demonstrate to people, or let's say you have a one-on-one with somebody, a one-on-one conversation. Even there, the same principles apply. You need to demonstrate to the people you're talking to that you can help them by actually helping them. What are we doing right now? Vincenzo, you're putting out this content, this interview. Well, what we're doing right now is we're demonstrating leadership. We're creating influence because we're showing people that we can help them in their network marketing business by actually helping them understand how attraction marketing works. So that is influence. And so it's as simple as that. And so just focus on trying to help people, and that'll build influence with whoever you're talking to, whether it's one-on-one or whether it's one-to-many, like on this video. Not the final skill, but the what seems like the final skill, which is enrolling somebody. The skill of enrollment is actually very easy. It's actually the easiest one. Whereas with traditional network marketing, the opposite of influence is convincing, right? And so, closing somebody is the opposite of enrolling. Enrolling is actually the easiest part, whereas closing is actually the hardest part when it comes to network marketing and sales. And so enrolling, well, if you've done the first two things right and you built influence, now when you have a conversation with somebody about your product or opportunity, one, they already trust you. They're already interested in what you have. And you just need to, you literally an enrollment conversation is literally a series of questions. And then at the end of those questions, you share with people what it is that can help them, and then they buy. So, you don't have to convince, you don't have to explain, you certainly don't have to objection handle, and so, most of the time, people that show up on an enrollment conversation are like 80-90% of the way there. They might, in addition to you asking questions, they might have some questions for you, and then it's done. Enrollment is the easy part. And then finally, the fourth and final skill that we teach our students using attraction marketing is create not only duplication, but duplication with systems and automation. And so we call this skill scaling your business, because there's different ways of scaling your business, but ultimately we're using systems and automation to create duplication and to scale our income and our results and the growth of our team. And so that is a leadership level skill that we teach not only new students who are barely starting off and trying to understand how duplication works, but we work with a lot of 6- and 7-figure earners on building systems for their teams so they can create duplication or create more duplication. So that's that's fundamentally what attraction marketing is composed of. And what passes off as duplicatable in traditional network marketing is stuff that's not really duplicatable. It's actually a mislabel. Prospecting strangers is not duplicatable. It's hard. And I guess you can duplicate it if you actually have training in place that is structured to teach people how to do that. But then you have to be honest with them about what they're learning, and that what they're learning is actually sales. And then at that point, it's duplicatable. You can duplicate results and duplicate skills, but you got to be honest. So, but what most network marketing does is not duplicatable because they're not actually being honest about what you're learning.
Absolutely. And also, I think maybe even if people enjoy doing the old school way of doing network marketing, yeah, maybe they enjoyed it, which is very low percentage, but it's not really fast because you need to go out there, you need to speak to so many people. Even if you do it online, you need to contact so many people. If you do attraction marketing correctly, as you explained, so attract, influence, enroll, and scale, you can go much faster also online. You can achieve faster results, and that's what also people want. They don't want to become 7-figure earners in 50 years, maybe in 4 years,
Yeah.
5 years, 6 years.
Well, it's the old school way of doing it is so time intensive.
Yeah.
And especially if you're doing it offline, but even online, it's very time intensive because you're there's just so much turn and burn, so much frustration, so much rejection, and so it's emotionally draining as well. With attraction marketing, we teach you initially how to trade your time in a very strategic way that doesn't, that where when you're done. You don't have to do it all the time, and you're doing it in a way that you enjoy and that other people aren't going to be weirded out by what you're doing. And then eventually we show you more leverage strategies where over time what you're doing takes less of your time, but the results go up. As your time investment in what you're doing goes down, your results scale up. So that's actually what you want to do. And with attraction marketing, you want ultimately to be spending less and less time on your business as it grows. If you're spending more and more time in your business trying to get it to grow, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you end up having a job, not a business anymore, and you don't have freedom eventually.